stick out to you as finally had some time to go back and look at Sunday's game on film?
Yeah, just lack of execution. Looking back as a unit, plays left out there, stuff that we just have to do a better job of executing. Again, we give credit to them. They execute better than we did. But the pages turn. Again, it's all about Atlanta this week. It's all about the Falcons. So we've learned from that. We're excited for the plan, and we're excited for the opportunity to have a week of work, put a week together, and then give ourselves the best chance to have success on Sunday.
Bryce, what were you guys able to do last time against them? Obviously, it was a big win against the Falcons. What can you learn from that one?
Yeah, first off, you got to turn the page. You know that doesn't entitle you to anything. There's no correlation. We have to go in there again. It's going to start 0-0 no matter what. We have a ton of respect for them. We know them well, obviously division opponents. So, you want to learn from stuff. Know that obviously they're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments. There's going to be a different look. So, obviously you watch the film, you watch what they've been doing, and then you have a plan, and then you're ready to react as the game goes.
So you guys have been good at bouncing back from like bad losses or whatever. How much does that refocus you, if at all, and sort of make you sort of recenter?
Yeah, Coach talks about it all the time. Just find opportunities to refocus. He talks about that in the immediate, on game days, after plays, after series, and then after games, after weeks. So that's been a theme for us. Again, after good, after bad, whatever it is, we put emphasis on refocusing, making sure that we get lost in the work. We're process oriented. So that's the battle right now, and we're excited to have the opportunity.
Do you remember any common threads after Buffalo or after New England?
No, nothing. There's no magic speech, nothing different. Coach does a great job of being consistent with how he is and the schedule he has us do and everything like that. So we know what to expect. We know the work it takes. It's just about getting to it.
Talking on the same topic of refocusing, a lot was made about the team perhaps not having the most focused practicing last week. How do you think the group responded at least today, Wednesday?
It was a good day of practice today. We're all competitors. We all want to make sure we understand how much practice correlates. We want to make sure we give ourselves the best chance. We have that mindset every week. It's not any different this week. So, good start. Again, we're in our work Wednesday flow and tempo, and we're doing all we can to get the best out of that. Tomorrow will be a big day. We had up, go, all that stuff, same routine. So, good start. We have long week ahead of us, so we have to keep capturing it.
On that topic, and as a leader on this team, did you take it upon yourself to address the guys to sort of like, hey, let's have a little more focus this week, or anything along those lines?
Yeah, there was talks. We'll keep that in house, but there are discussions, and again, for us, it's a new week. The page is turned. We're all excited for this week. We're all excited for this opportunity to work. Excited to go to Atlanta, division opponent against a team we respect. So. Yeah, we're excited for today.
Just to clarify, were those talks last week or to start practice this week?
We had talks. Just keep it in house.
What can you guys do to get the more explosive plays going outside of execution? I know that's one thing, but is it that they aren't being called? Is it that you aren't throwing the ball? Why has that been elusive for this offense?
No, it's just a group thing. Obviously, you want to be diligent about sticking to the plan, and then we just have to take advantage of opportunities when they come. When you watch the tape, and obviously we all watch a lot of film just from watching the opponent. They come in different ways. They all come in different sizes. So we just have to be ready for that opportunity. No finger pointing. We all look in the mirror. We all want to be accountable. Obviously, stuff like that can help us. So it's just being opportunistic and executing. You didn't want me to bring it back, but I did. I think both of those are important.
Accountability front. JC was very critical of himself post-game Sunday, and he said he told the defense that it was on him. Understanding it's not your side of the ball, but what does it do knowing that type of accountability, that type of leadership is on that defensive side? Yeah,
one, it's not surprising at all. Again, JC's been, he's huge for us, obviously on the field, but outside of that as a leader, he's always doing the right things, always working hard. He's super vocal. So, from a defense, knowing that, again, they're always they'll come back, and it's never been, ever since I've been here, it's been the same way. They'll be the first to tell you, no matter what, they'll take accountability, and we're the same way as offense. We want to all be accountable. So I'm grateful to have a group of guys around me that they look in the mirror first. They want to get better. They want to, there's no ego. Everyone wants to do whatever they can individually, and then within their room, and then as a unit, then as a team, just to have success. So I'm grateful to be in an environment like that.
You returning to the site of arguably your best game as a pro, how much fun was that week 18 last year?
I don't know. It was last year. So this year it's whatever it was week 11. This year it's week 11, and we're 0-0. Right now it's Wednesday, and we're about to watch the tape of practice today. So that's all I'm at.
But aren't there things you can take from that performance personally and as an offense that could help you this week and this year?
Different coordinator, different system, different things. They've had changes. Again, we deep enough in the year where your stuff you watch, but right now, again, you watch this year's stuff, you watch how they're playing. I always have confidence in my team, always have confidence in myself. That's not something I need to lean on something else for, and what's tangible is this week, so that's all that matters.
It's been 8 weeks since that first Falcons game. What have you seen just from them when you're reviewing film that's different, that's kind of caught your eye heading this week?
Yeah, well, the way they're playing, not saying it's different from the beginning, but it really just jumps off the tape, the physicality in which they're playing. Obviously, playing really aggressively. They're making a lot of plays. It's a really good group. They have some young guys that you see them continue to make jumps and get better and better as the year goes, playing more and more comfortable, settling in, being the players that they are. So we have a ton of respect for them, at all three levels. They do a good job executing their scheme, have a good scheme. So, we're familiar with them. Again, we have a ton of respect for them as an opponent. And it's a great opportunity for us to go up against a great unit. So this week's just about giving ourselves the best opportunity to do that.
On that, Bryce, do you have to pay special attention to rookies that you play early in the year, understanding their learning curve maybe a little bit steeper than some other guys?
Yeah, you take that into account for sure. You see guys and you see them when you see them in whatever week 3 or whatever, you see them and you can see traits and you see how they're settling in, how they're playing, and it's a little bit different with a rookie coming in after however many 10 weeks, 11 weeks in. They're going to be playing better. They're going to be more comfortable. They're going to be doing things. That definitely shows up with this Atlanta team. They have a really good group of young guys playing better and better, doing really good things. So you definitely take that account. And same with guys that are new to the system, that are new with. You see guys start to settle in. You see how people feel comfortable and how they play better together. Units as the year goes on, just they have more time together and they play better. So again, definitely see that with this Atlanta team. Have a ton of respect for them. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
I know you had a
After the
foundation.
explosive plays, you and T-Mac have great chemistry from under 20 yards together, but from 20 plus, it hasn't been there. Why do you think that is, and what has to happen for that to open up a little bit?
Yeah, just execution. Again, we're both two people who look in the mirror, who want to be better, want to hit every shot, and I'm grateful to have a guy like that. One who is a player he is, but also has that approach. So just about taking care of opportunities. When they're out there, making sure that we're taking advantage of them and executing. But again, I have all the confidence in the world in him and everyone it takes. Again, it's all 11. It's a play cards. They do a great job. So I have all the confidence in the world in us, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to win.
Bryce, I know that
You talked about being loose and having fun. Is anger useful?
I think it can be. Again, everyone's different, and everything on a day-to-day basis changes. There's times personal, or you look at other people. Again, you're always looking at what you need. You're always looking at what you need to bring, and always evaluating on a day-to-day basis, on a game-to-game basis, what it is you may need. So there's times that you could use whatever emotion that it is to kind of aid you in playing. And then for me personally, it's always about seeing where I'm at, figuring out what I need to add, what I need to take away, and trying to be in the best mindset to go and have success.
Do you think you've scratched the surface on playing your best ball, or is there more in your bag that we haven't seen yet?
Again, I'm not a huge, big picture person. I'm not a huge what if. Again, I have a lot of confidence in myself. I have a lot of confidence in this group. And at the end of the day, I want to win. I don't care about what can be. I don't care about whatever narratives there are. I want to win football games. I want to help this team win. I want to do whatever that takes. So my goal and my focus is always going to be on that. And I'm really not super big into speculation.
Last question, please.
Your foundation had an event last night. Can you tell the story about how mental health became such an important thing for you and why today it's important to you?
Yeah, mental health has always been important. I was grateful to grow up around a lot of people that were in the mental health space. A lot of people in my family were big, and I was able to kind of reap the benefits of being able to talk openly about mental health and mental wellness. And growing up, and especially through sports, you see everyone in such different walks of life, and it's not, that's not always the case. It's not super common, and you see people struggle, and people struggle to admit that they're struggling, and people struggle to have dialogue, people struggling to seek help, or people struggling just to value wellness, whatever it may be. It's not always all bad. Again, for me, I feel like that's something that unites us all. That's something that's equal regardless of our walk of life or occupation. I've been able to have a lot of meaningful conversations and watch people's lives be impacted, have a play in that, and I'm super grateful to have those experiences. So it's super near and dear to my heart, to my foundation's heart, and I was super grateful for the event we were able to put together last night. Appreciate you guys.